I do not really like to ruminate, but recently I have found myself thinking a lot about the people I have let into my life who have not been very kind to me over the years. There are definitely certain circumstances you can't help when you're growing up, and as somebody who makes art and puppets for a living, I pride myself on making something out of a bad situation. But I think I thought once I was a little older and out of the house that I would be free of all of that. I thought because I had had to make room for it for so long, because I knew it so well, that I would recognize that as soon as it reappeared in my life, and I'd be able to draw a harsh line between me and any form of mistreatment, and I could confidently turn it away. But it kept showing up in my life over and over again, and I kept letting it over and over again. I didn't really realize why until quite recently, which feels a little embarrassing to say, but it is the truth. It was when I had removed someone like that from my life about a year ago that I got to sit in the absence of that person. I thought after I had let them consume my life for so long that it would be quiet when they were gone, that I could breathe a little more easily without their voice in my head telling me everything I was doing wrong or that there was something inherently wrong with me. But it wasn't quiet and it wasn't peaceful. In that person's absence, that voice was still there, and somehow it was even louder than before. But instead of the voice belonging to someone else, it belonged to me. All of the negative beliefs I knew this person had about me, turns out I had about myself, and I had just been letting someone else say them. This voice had found its way into my life over and over again because I agreed with it. And it felt like for someone to really know me, to say that they loved and cared about me and really mean it, they had to also see and agree with all of the horrible things I thought about myself, because that meant that they saw me in the same way that I saw myself fully. For a long time, I had let my own lack of self-worth, my own insecurities, take this outside form. It was this big monster under my bed that shape-shifted every few years, but always had the same things to say. It was something I could point a finger at because it was easier than looking at how I thought about myself and trying to fix that. But when I got rid of that last monster, the last side effect of the issue, I was left with the source. I was left looking at myself. And suddenly, all of the songs and all of the art I had made about standing up to these people in my life was actually about standing up to myself, which is not nearly as fun. It feels a lot less fantastical and like a hero's journey, and more like I am overdue for a long scroll on Psychology Today. If you know anyone good who takes Edna, let me know. But in all seriousness, looking at this part of me is a lot harder. And most of the time, I am not sure what to do with it. I can't really turn it away because it lives in me. But I found that I can talk to it. I can sing my little songs to it and set those same boundaries. I can choose not to listen when it is unkind. And I can try and give it what it needs so it feels a little less like it has to take the hurt out on the rest of me. I can't get rid of that part of myself, but I can encourage it to change so I can leave the less kind version of it behind me. Instead of answering its call, I can choose to be a little kinder to myself over and over again.